I have with me on the phone John Barnes, who is a Westminster, Colorado resident, and he also has a prescription to use medical cannabis for his medical purposes, and he even has a license and is authorized to cultivate 6 plants. Now, looking at some of the research I've done, medical marijuana in the United States is becoming more and more apted to West Coast culture. States such as California, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Montana, New Mexico, and Colorado have, to some degree, allowed for the use of cannabis for medical purposes, and this is taken from a website that you see here on the video. Now, John, can you explain to me what the problem is that you're having with your use of medical cannabis?
In what context do you mean?
Well, with the most recent complaint that you have, just real briefly.
Well, they're making me do UA, so I can't even touch my plants at all, because then all of a sudden it shows up in the UA. So I can't prune them, I can't do anything with them.
What is UA, by the way?
It's a urine analysis they're making me do.
Okay. And why, now who is it that's making you do this?
The Westminster Municipal Court.
Okay.
Judge Basso.
And you have a prescription for marijuana?
I sure do. 3 years I've had that.
All right, and the court is objecting to you using cannabis for that purpose, and
yes,
is wanting to apply alternative means of treatment onto you. Is that correct?
Yes. They're trying to make me do psychotropic drugs instead of my own medication that I have a prescription for. The judge, the district attorney, and the probation officer are trying to prescribe these drugs, and they're not licensed. I've got a licensed physician that gave me this prescription for my medical marijuana. I have a bad back with no cartilage between the vertebrae and my spine, and it hurts me to bend, move. Anything I do, it hurts me. And they've disallowed me my medication.
Okay. So
they're using the federal law as a tool to block me from using my medication.
Okay. And you feel strongly that these new medications that they're wanting to present to you will inflict adverse conditions on your situation?
Absolutely. I've heard that it causes you to have sleeplessness, and I'm drug-free. I don't use tobacco, alcohol, or drugs. The only thing I use is medical marijuana. I don't want to use the conventional drugs that they have, hydrocodone, or any of those other drugs. I don't want those in my system.
Okay, hydrocodone, and what other substances that you know of that are in these medications that you feel are not going to react with you very well?
Other people that I know that have the same condition that I do are prescribed morphine. I mean, they're hard drugs. I do not want that in my system, period.
Because you feel that it would affect your brain chemistry, your liver function, etc.?
When I have these pains, when I twist or bend or move or anything, it pinches and it hurts like hell. And then it goes away. So if I've done morphine or something like that, it'll wreck my whole day instead of taking care of that business that it needs to for that pinch that just completely cripples me. I can't get up out of the chair. I have trouble moving around, picking the cat up off the floor. I can't bend down to pick up my own cat. The medical marijuana causes me to be a little more docile, and I sit around a lot more than I would, which helps, actually, because it restricts my movement, kind of. And it makes me sit down and stay more docile.
Okay, so it makes you more stable and that you don't move as much, therefore counteracting the pain and the injury that you have.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, well, what we're going to do is next week I'll be flying out to Colorado, and I will begin doing investigative research on your complaint, and also we'll do further follow-up on the medical marijuana story, and then we'll continue to publicate our findings as we go along. So I appreciate your time, and we'll definitely be following up here shortly. So thank you very much.